All right, welcome. All right, welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting for financial freedom. I think we are live right at this point. I was just checking my microphone to see if everything was good. I think everything is good, and I hope you guys can hear me by them. We want to be taking a look at the recent market movements that we have been seeing. Of course, not a lot of good things happening by there in the market, but yeah, we are still want to be remaining objective here and try to not work with emotions, try to see exactly where we are going. We've got a lot of other different altcoins that we are monitoring: Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, JASMY, ICP, and a whole bunch of other things. So I will obviously give you an opportunity to talk about those ones later on in the live stream, and taking a look at where we are standing. You can ask me even questions out of those altcoins, I should be saying, and we can have a nice conversation. And here the idea is for us to have direct conversation and be able to answer you in real time. Of late, I haven't been able to make like dedicated videos to specific altcoins and stuff like that because obviously of time constraints. I'm working on something that is a little bit different. So let's quickly jump right into the JASMY price set here, and we can clearly see that we still have got this structure that we are following. Nothing has been broken of late. And yeah, the market is not very much thrilled here, but we could also see some kind of a very nice reversal that will be appearing there for the JASMY price set. Now, the condition that we just want to see being satisfied there is that we hold 1.8 cents for JASMY and we don't lose that. Once we are not losing 1.8 cents for JASMY, I think everything is going to be just fine, and nothing pretty much to be worried about. I think I went like on a long extent trying to explain where this thing is coming from, and trying to explain that, look, this thing has always been bullish for the most part. I would say 90% of the time it's something that is bullish, but again, we don't have to take anything for granted. There is no guarantees obviously in trading and investing, but here is the last line in the sand here for JASMY, 1.8 cents. If we break below 1.8 cents, closing maybe 4 hourly candles outside of that zone there, then maybe we can actually start to anticipate some kind of trouble showing up right there for JASMY. Other than that, for now, we are still pretty much great. The reason why I'm pointing out to 1.8 specifically is because of a Fibonacci retracement level that is there, but the watch list. So let's try one more time. Let's see if it's going to work here. So ICP, Internet Computer Protocol, and we can clearly see that. Oh yeah, it's finally loading, right? Sorry about that. So let's go here with ICP again. We are seeing pretty much the same story there with Internet Computer Protocol. Let's see if it's holding the lows really well. Yeah, the lowest point that I would expect the price to visit by this point is something like $6.75, and from there I will be expecting some kind of a bounce. So if I'm going to be entering a trade here for ICP, Internet Computer Protocol, yeah, my stop loss is going to be at $6.60, right? So once we are breaking $6.60, I'm out of that trade, right? And yeah, the target still here is somewhere around $9. So from a risk to reward standpoint, this really can be a fantastic long position that we can get from ICP. But for now, yeah, it's just a matter of waiting to get those entries set for ICP, Internet Computer Protocol. Tight stop loss at $6.60. The risk to reward ratio, I think, is really going to be amazing. Let me go ahead and try to clear all these things so that we have a perfect understanding of what we are talking about right there. So this also is the structure that I was describing yesterday. Same thing with the JASMY price, to be honest with you, and it's something that we have seen a lot in the market, right? So we were saying that if we enter the trade right around $6.75 right there, and we are looking to long the market, obviously we will be seeing a price target of $9 here. Let's go to $9, nice and easy. That's almost a 30% pump. This can bring excitement back in the market, but also on the flip side, a very tight stop loss, $6.60, and we are seeing that we've got a risk reward ratio of about 1:4. So this is a trade that is worth taking in my paradigm, and I'm definitely be considering something like this to happen here for ICP. Of course, if we are wrong about that, you can already see that we have a very tight stop loss that is willing to save us from further losses to the downside, right? Other than that, let's quickly take a look at XRP and see what the price is doing here on a daily time from today. And let's go here with maybe Binance. We are seeing that, yeah, we are still getting rejected on that upward sloping support slash resistance that we had here on the daily time frame. Until this is resolved, I think yeah, it's gonna be more sideways action here for XRP. The good thing is that it's not dropping too much. We're holding 55 cents right at this point. And another good thing is that the more this is played around this upward sloping support or resistance, the more likely it is going to be broken to the upside there. But I think we also had one condition that we wanted to see on the RSI there. I think it was on the weekly time frame that we needed to see the RSI at least stop this downtrend here, because this is not looking too good at the moment. But should we break and close above it and have upward momentum here on the RSI, that will actually be a very good sign for XRP. Let's move on to Bitcoin and see what BTC is doing real quick, because to be honest with you, really Bitcoin is the one that is leading affairs right at this point. On the weekly time frame, I was pointing out to great volumes that we were seeing, but on a daily time frame here, let's see what has been happening with the channel on the Bitcoin price. It seems like we continue dropping. I will say this though, like I've seen distribution structures time and again. This wasn't looking like a distribution structure up until this point, because with a distribution structure, you usually set a higher high compared to the initial peak that you make here. But this has just been flat. Really not clear if it's a distribution structure. Also considering what is happening with the ETFs, it's almost like a dumb idea to say that like the big players are distributing Bitcoin right at this point when we are seeing clear evidence that Bitcoin is actually being accumulated. So it's really a tough spot to be in here if you're going to be analyzing what Bitcoin is doing. But I will say that for now, we need to be holding the support levels right below here, something like okay, I'm using the market cap so I can't see the exact figures. Let me go ahead and try to get the dollar value here for Bitcoin. So let's go Bitcoin USDT, right? Or maybe, yeah, let's go to Bitstamp. The dollar value here, as you can see, I'd already drawn resistances. Yeah, we still need to be holding this $56,000. I think already we were getting a nice bounce out of that zone there. Should we start breaking and closing candles out of that zone? Yeah, I wouldn't really necessarily look at that and say this is bullish for Bitcoin. But also remember the structure that we were having of, you know, this waterfall kind of a crash, V-shaped recovery, backtest the support one more time, and then you continue rallying to the upside. It's almost the same situation that we are having here with Bitcoin. And if I want to take a look at this from a Fibonacci retracement perspective, from the bottom here to the peak, we can see that Bitcoin is being supported at the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level. This is not a coincidence, but in the worst case scenario, we would also see Bitcoin fall all the way down to something like $53,400. That wouldn't be like a very nice thing, to be honest with you, unless if it comes in just a week, just to touch that point and get back into the trading range. But if it starts closing candles outside of this trading range, that is not going to be too good. So the idea of $53,000 here for Bitcoin is a good case if you only just touch that level and then you get back into the trading zone. But other than that, I don't see it as a bullish, you know, stance or something like that. So I've done the coins which I promised that I would talk about on the title, but also we can get into a Q&A so that you guys can you know, have a conversation with me. You can ask me what you want us to take a look at, and I will be able to take a look at it real quick, and we have maybe a good idea of where we are standing with different other altcoins. I really cannot know what you really want to talk about unless I have talked about it like before, right? So we've got some big gainers right now, like Rare, and you can see that it's trying to break above the resistance level here. This is, I mean, a good sign, to be honest with you, because from the bottom it has managed to accumulate something like 100%. We want to see more of this with different other altcoins. We are also seeing Velo having a nice double bottom here, and this was really something that I want to see. Obviously not a lot of people know about Velo, but I have this point in my portfolio too. I think it has been doing well, MetaStrike and stuff like that. You know what, let me just wait for you guys to get into the chat, and we can discuss more. If you've got anything that you want us to take a look at, we will look at it real quick, right? So I have been eyeing Aave for quite some time. The problem is that whenever it's breaking above this resistance or coming back to the support level, people are really shorting it big time, so it really hasn't had the opportunity to move to the upside. But normally in situations like these ones, you usually get way higher, right? So I'll be looking at something like $427 if we continue pushing to the upside. But for now, the price is really just being short whenever we are in this zone. So I've been holding this, I think, ever since January, and the price I was buying this was $100 and something. Like really the last 6 months, 8 months, it just has held that level. Like on average, it really hasn't changed much. So I think a lot is happening here. The tokenomics not too good, but still everything will do well when we have a bull cycle. So I'm still holding this one nice and easy. Other than that, if we take a look at the Bitcoin dominance, I think I was seeing some interesting things happening there. We have, of course, this falling wedge, but at some point it was appearing like it's going to be breaking to the upside, but now we are back in that channel there. So this is very important if we want to be having like an altcoin season, because should this thing break down at least to this level here, dropping down by 10%, we could actually see altcoins breathe a little bit, and we'll see some nice rallies. It seems like nobody has got anything to say in the chat, so we would have to call it quits right at this point, and I can move on to something else. So thank you so much for joining in. I will see you on the next one. Take really good care of yourselves. Bye.